Hello, everybody. Welcome. How are?
It's recording, I think.
Yep, we're recording. So welcome, everybody, to our New Year's episode. And Joanne, welcome. I hope the break is treating you well.
Break is treating me well. I think a lot of people have been thinking about the change of year. What do you think, Matt?
I think we're all looking forward to that.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So as ever, there's an appropriate background. I have the appropriate mug for those of you who might be new. Matt always has the right background for whatever we're talking about. I always have an appropriate mug, and we will not let you down, even on this special episode that's really here so that Matt and I can say we have never missed a week since April, which is true.
True.
And we get to wish you guys happy holidays. So for New Year's, I am coming equipped with something that's handy dandy and may even be able to be used at your parties, because you never know when you're going to need a good late 18th century toast for the new year. So this is what I'm going to offer you for our New Year segment here. I went online. I found a whole bunch of toasts from, I guess, between 1795 and 1800. Those were really, really polarized years. So some of these toasts seem particularly appropriate. And so this is what I'm going to offer you. And some of them you actually might want to use. You could be the ultimate history nerd by saying, as the Rhode Island newspaper said in July of 1800. So anyway, let me read these to you in the proper festive New Year spirit. And actually, the first one I have is from Rhode Island, from Providence, Rhode Island, July of 1800. Nice broad toasts, which I think everyone pretty much could get behind. The toast is, actually, hang on here. I'll turn this around after. I'm toasting with a coffee mug since that's appropriate. The toast is, may science enlighten and the arts embellish our country. That's a fine toast. It's an excellent toast. Okay, the next toast. It's a little more topical, this next one. A toast, Boston, 1790. May every man who shall dare to overleap the sacred bounds of the Constitution meet with a reward as infamous as the act. And I guess in the 18th century, they would have said, huzzah, huzzah. So I'm huzzaing for you. Next from 1795, Newburyport, Massachusetts. A toast. The Constitution and laws of the United States. May the intrigues of faction never shake the one, nor weaken the energy of the other. Huzzah, huzzah, huzzah. Okay, we move on to New Brunswick, New Jersey, 1795. May pretenders and demagogues never impose themselves on the country for patriots. New York, 1798. May all those meet with public scorn and contempt who under a semblance of patriotism seek only their own interest. And from also, I believe that same newspaper, maybe that same occasion, another toast, may tyrants and kings be speedily annihilated by the friends of liberty. Now we move on to Albany in 1795. Another toast, may the interest of our country never be sacrificed to party considerations. Moving on again, New York. I have a lot from New York here, which is not on purpose, but hey, it's kind of where I am at the moment. Okay, New York, 1798. The United States of America, may they never be subject to foreign influence. They worried about that a lot in the late 18th century. Charleston, South Carolina, August 9th, 1798. May all foreign influence be abhorred and its tools and votaries be held in merited contempt by every American. Huzzah. Okay, Elizabethtown, Maryland, 1798. This is one we can all get behind. A toast to freedom of speech and liberty of the press. It's a fine democratic toast. And along those lines, the last toast that I want to offer, and in some ways, a toast that we can all bear in mind, generally speaking. And it comes from Baltimore, from February of 1798. And this toast is, may the watchful eye of democracy ever keep in bounds the usurping hand of aristocracy. Now, since April, I've done a lot of talking about democracy, so it felt only right to end our New Year's toasts by toasting democracy in a way. I hope that everyone will offer a festive non-coffee, perhaps champagne-y, but coffee's okay, even tea, toast to democracy and to a new year that will be better than the last year. Matt, I am beckoning you back because Matt and I want to take a moment here. And Newbie, heaven forbid, Newbie was really scared when Matt and I sat down to do this, and he was hanging off the edge of his perch, and now he's being a less nervous bird now. But Matt and I and Newbie really just want to wish you guys, everyone who's watching and who will be watching, a really wonderful Happy New Year's for all of us. And may we be in a better place, in better spirits, in a better world after this new year passes and we move into the new year itself.
I'm not sure I can say it any better than that. So I just want to wish everybody Happy New Year. Thank you, everybody, for the incredible year it's been. This has been, for me at least, and I think I don't want to speak for Joanne, but I think this is true of her as well. This has been one of the most amazing, most wonderful communities to be a part of for this pandemic season. And we look forward to everything that we do in the new year. We wish you and yours and everybody you care about and for the best.
I agree, and I'm glad you mentioned community, Matt, because that's this in a bunch of different ways. This has been wonderful, our Thursday mornings, but as Matt just said, the fact that we are a community at this point who's loyal to this and who's been getting together to talk about history and democracy in a sustained kind of serious way, and yet to be bonding with each other and with Newbie. That's been a really moving thing that has, I know, sustained me a lot over the course of the year. As always, I have forgotten about the mug, but we will not sign off without my mentioning, I did find an appropriate mug, and it was sent by someone, and of course I always forget, I should put a sign on each mug. Someone sent this to me, and it's a quote from James Madison, and it says, "The advancement and diffusion of knowledge is the only guardian of true liberty." Knowledge and liberty. I think that's a wonderful thing to toast and a wonderful way to bring in the new year. So have a wonderful New Year's Eve, everybody.
Happy New Year. We'll see you on the other side.